Hello, everybody. It's Daniel here, and this is our next Emotional English Podcast episode where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Another day, another chance to learn English. And today we have another emotional mini story. It's a mini story with a moral, and I really want to share this story with you guys because this story is one of my favorite. Yeah, I really love this story. So let's begin with a little introduction to the story, right? I want to say that the story called When Adversity Knocks. When adversity knocks. What does it mean, adversity? Adversity, it's something what makes our life not very easy. Adversity is the thing, it's like a tough moments of life, right? It's like a challenge, right? So, or problem, or just whatever it could be. It's something which makes your life not that easy or simple. When adversity knocks your door or your life, so you're kind of opening the door and you see, oh, here you go again, right? Like a very popular meme from GTA San Andreas. So there was a popular one, here you go again, right? So adversity is a pretty popular thing, you know? And today's story gonna discuss or describe us how to handle these adversities and how to handle these challenges in life. And I hope we will learn something interesting and we will remember some new vocab and we will learn some new words which we're going to use during our conversation, right? So first of all, I want to start with the paragraph number 1. This story has 5 little paragraphs, and I'll do the reading each paragraph one time, and then I'll do the comment, my own comment on each paragraph. I would ask you some questions about each paragraph, and you'll give me the feedback right away. It means you're not thinking too much while I'm asking you a question. So you're just giving me the fast answer, okay? This is the feedback activity. I'm asking you the question. You give me the fast feedback right after I finished the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth paragraph, okay? You get my deal? So let's begin. The story called When Adversity Knocks. Oh, Siri has activated. Come on. Do not activate. I don't want you, Siri. Okay, sorry, guys. So let's continue. So the main hero of our day's story her name is Asha. Asha. Okay, so let's begin. Asha was getting frustrated and tired of life. So she asked her father what to do. Her father told her to bring an egg, 2 tea leaves, and a potato. He then brought out 3 vessels, filled them with water, and placed them on the stove. This is the end of the first paragraph. Let's begin with commenting now. So Asha, it's the girl's name. She was getting frustrated. It means she was kind of sad. She had some sad thoughts. Frustration, it's the moment when all your goals kind of falling apart, you know, you're not achieving what you really want. This process in psychology called frustration. So Asha was getting frustrated and tired of life. And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do anything. You know, it's like a little depression. So, and this Asha girl, she asked her father what to do with that. Okay. So it's a good thing to ask your friend or your family what to do with your not simple situation, right? How can you call this situation? An adversity, of course. So her father told her to bring an egg, 2 tea leaves, and a potato. So these 3 things, 3 ingredients, right? So ingredient number 1 was egg, right? Egg, it's the stuff from the chicken, right? So the chicken make an egg. So, and then after some time, the chicken show up or the chick show up from the egg. So 2 tea leaves, It's the second element. And then potato, right? So 3 items were picked: egg, 2 tea leaves, and potato. And then the father brought out 3 vessels. What does it mean, vessel? Vessel, it could be a pot or, like a little thing with water in it. And you can use this thing for boiling, right? So he got these vessels, he got these pots. He filled these pots with water, and he placed all of these vessels on the stove, right? Stove, it's a place where you cook food on it, right? So it can be a gas stove or electric stove. So we all have different types of stove. I have the gas stove, right? So I use that one. So that's the first paragraph, right? Are you ready for my questions? So who is Asha? Obviously, it's a girl of a story, right? So is Asha fine, or she feels bad? Yeah, she feels very bad. She is frustrated, right? She is tired. She is tired, frustrated of what? She's tired and frustrated of life. So her life is very frustrating. Her life is very tiring, okay? So, and where did she go after she realized that her life is not that good? She went to her father and she asked what to do with her life. So then what the father offered to her? So he bring an egg, right? What else? 2 tea leaves, right? And potato. Good, 3 items. And then he brought all out 3 little vessels, right? What is a vessel? Remember, it's like a pot or just a container with water, right? He filled all of them with water, and he placed all these vessels on something. So where did he place it? On the stove, of course, on the stove. So, and the stove is a thing where you cook your food, right? You can cook borscht on the stove. You can cook grilled potato or grilled eggs on it, right? Pretty simple. Second paragraph starts now. So once the water was boiling, he told Asha to place the items into each pot and keep an eye on them. After 10 minutes, he asked Asha to peel the egg, peel the potato, and strain the leaves. Asha was left confused. Very good. Very good. So that's the end of the second paragraph. Let's go with commenting now. Once the water was boiling, so there was a process, right? The water was boiling. He told Asha, the girl, to place the items into each pot and keep an eye on them. This is a very good phrase. Keep an eye on something. So when you're keeping an eye on something, you're kind of controlling something, right? So when I say keep an eye on the kid, so I'm asking you to see what the kid is doing, to control him, to check him out, okay? So I'm asking you to control the situation. Keep an eye on something. Keep an eye on food. Keep an eye on the process or on the person, right? Or on the process of work, whatever. You can keep your eye on whatever you want, right? So it could be anything. So he asked girl, right, to keep an eye on these 3 ingredients inside of the water. And after 10 minutes, he asked Asha to peel the egg and peel the potato. So when you're peeling something, you're kind of removing the skin, right? So egg has no skin. So egg has an egg shell. So to peel the egg, you need to remove this egg shell. If you want to peel the potato, every potato has a skin, potato skin. So you're peeling the potato, you're removing the skin of the potato. And the third ingredient, he asked to strain the leaves. What does it mean? when you're straining, you're kind of filtering, right? You're filtering your leaves. So you're removing the leaves and you have left the tea. It was the tea leaves. So finally you remove the leaves, you're straining and filtering the whole liquid you have there, and then you have the finally you've got the tea. So he strained the leaves, and Esha left confused. So she didn't understand why she did all these actions. Okay. So now with questions. So tell me, please. So once the water was boiling, the father asked Esha to place the items into each vessel, right? And he asked her to control it. What is the synonym for the word control, manage, or check, or... Yeah, you remember that? It's a keeping an eye, right? He asked the girl to keep an eye on pots, on vessels. So after 10 minutes, he asked her to do something with these 3 ingredients. So do you remember what was the first ingredient? Right. That was the egg. So he asked Esha to peel the egg. Do you remember what peeling is? You're right. It's removing the skin of something, right? When you're peeling, you're kind of scratching or removing the layer of something from an item, right? So, and here we have an egg. Egg has no skin, so the lady was removing the egg shell. This is this white or brown, not skin, but it's called shell, right? It's with calcium, this kind of cover of the egg, right? Next item was, do you remember? Yeah, it was the potato. You're right. So it was the potato, and the father asked Esha to peel the potato. Next item was tea leaves, right? It were tea leaves, and the father asked to strain the leaves, right? To filter the liquid and remove the leaves. So Esha was left confused because she didn't understand anything, right? And that's the end of our second paragraph. The third paragraph says us this. Her father explained, each item was placed into the same circumstance, boiling water. How each responded differently. So this is just the questioning, right? Let's connect number 3 and number 4 to make sure that we do understand the whole idea here. So the father... Oh, no. Let's do separately. I think it's going to be better. So number 3, her father explained. So he said some words about the whole experiment, right? Why did he ask Esha to boil all 3 items and then to peel the egg, to peel the potato and strain the leaves? Why did he do that? So he started to explain. Father explained each item was placed into the same circumstance. Circumstance, it's the word, means just situation, right? The same position, situation, right? Surrounding. It was boiled water, right? Or boiling water. So each item was placed into the same circumstance, in the same situation. It was the boiling water. How each responded differently. So he's kind of asked to keep an eye on things, right? And in the end, he asked to remove the water, peel the skin or eggshell, or strain the leaves. And finally, he asked, do we have any difference between all these vessels, right? Does it look differently or it looks the same? So he next kind of explains deeper, right? So, but before we go to the next one, I want to ask you, he placed all these items into what? Into the same what? Into the same circumstance. Repeat with me. Circumstance, right? It's the same situation or atmosphere or position or something very similar, right? it was the boiling water. It was the same circumstance, right? Circumstance for what? Circumstance for an egg, for a potato, and for little, probably couple or 3 tea leaves there, right? So that was the same circumstance. Let's continue next. So the next paragraph, number 4, the father continued, the egg was soft, but is now hard. The potato was hard, but now it is soft. And the tea leaves, they changed the water itself. So it was the same circumstance, but is it responding differently? Let's check. So he continued, the egg was soft, but now it's hard. So does the egg changed itself? Yes, the egg changed itself. The not feelings, egg doesn't have any feelings, right? What it has. Yeah, my mind is a little bit off today because I've just came back from my roller skating training. So I need to think a little bit about this. So the egg had the position of a, how do you call this? A raw egg, right? Raw egg was soft, right? It was like a little bit watery, but now it is hard, right? So the egg changed change itself, right? The condition, change the condition. And now egg is not soft anymore. It is hard, thanks for boiled water. So the potato was kind of hard, and now it is soft. It's a complete opposite situation, right? The potato is tough or hard, solid, and when you boil the potato, it's getting softer. And the tea leaves, they change the water, right? They change the color of water, they change the smell and the taste of water itself. So it was like a good example for the girl that the circumstance can be the same, right? But the object or the ingredient has the meaning, has the idea, the main important part, right? The main reason or meaning, right? So that's what he really said. And he finalizes his speech with the last paragraph. The father then asked, when adversity calls, we respond in the same manner as they have. Now you are an egg, a potato, or a tea leaves? ? So this is a very good statement. Let's read it again. So the father, after all this explanation, he asked the girl. He said something really smart first. He said, when adversity calls, when we do face the problem in our life, right, we respond in the same manner as they have, right? But you know what? We should know now, are you an egg, a potato, or a tea leaves? It means that the situation is the same, right? But you choose how to respond in a difficult situation. So you choose. You had the same problem as water, boiled water, but you can choose how to respond on the problem. So you can respond in a positive manner, in a negative, or in a neutral manner, right? So, and these 3 items kind of represent this whole idea, okay, of picking or choosing how to respond in different situations, okay? That's what I wanted to say. That's the whole story, guys. So, but before we go further, I want to ask you again, do you remember what is adversity? Adversity is the tough situation or a problem, right? And we should to respond. Do you remember the podcast about what is the difference between respond and what was there? Respond and let me check. I need to check. Respond and respond and what was it? Reply? No. Something was different there. Give me 1 second, guys. I will tell you a little story here. I had a podcast episode about this, and And right now, my mind is kind of off, like I said. So, and that was something about the story about the waiter, right? So you had a chance to respond, or you had a chance to. Yeah, that was a beautiful story there. Yep. To respond or to respond, or to let me check. Yeah, or react, right? Of course, yeah, reaction. So, you choose how to. Do you want to respond on the situation, right, or you want to react on it? So you choosing your position, and that's pretty smart. And the moral of the story is pretty simple. We can choose how to respond in difficult situations. You decide. It's not the situation what decide how you respond on it or react on it. It's you. You or yourself. Okay? Let's read the whole story one more time, and let's call it a day. By the way, do you remember what is called when I say an idiom, let's call it a day? What does it mean? When you say let's call it a day, it means we've done a good job. We can finish our day or our lesson or something important we do. So when I say, okay, guys, let's call it a day, I'm kind of saying bye-bye to you, and I say that we've got a good job. We've done a good job. So, but now let's finish the reading one more time. Let's revise all the words here. Let's understand the whole story all together and call it a day. Shall we? Let's begin. Asha was getting frustrated and tired of life, so she asked her father what to do. Her father told her to bring an egg, 2 leaves, and a potato. He then brought out 3 vessels, filled them with water, and placed them on the stove. Once the water was boiling, he told Asha to place the items into each pot and keep an eye on them. After 10 minutes, he asked Asha to peel the egg, peel the potato, and strain the leaves. Asha was left confused. Her father explained each item was placed into the same circumstance, boiling water. See how each responded differently? He continued, the egg was soft, but now it's hard. The potato was hard, but now it's soft. And the tea leaves, they change the water itself. The father then asked, when adversity calls, we respond in the same manner as they have. Now, are you an egg, a potato, or a tea leaves? Yeah, while I was reading, I had another idea in my mind. So the moral of the story, we can choose how to respond in difficult situations, but we need to understand that this potato, this tea leaves, or this egg, it's who we are. So if you're a powerful man, if you're a powerful person, you can be a leader, and you can be like these leaves, like these tea leaves who changed the whole thing around, right? The whole circumstance was changed because of your power, because of your leadership, because of your skills. Or you could be a potato who became very soft, right? Or you can be an egg who became solid, who became more powerful than before. So think of this and learn English with better sorry guys. So with better understanding and with better knowing why and what you're doing, okay? So let's call it a day, and I hug you all, and I appreciate that you've spent your time with me today, and I hope you guys will have the great time and great week. I'm coming very soon. I'm going to Pachamama, and that's the episode for today. That's all for today. I see you very soon. See you next week, and take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.